Well, Coach, as always, kind of the old saying is the grind never stops. For you guys back to work this week and another week of camp.
Yeah, it really is a grind. It is a grind, and you're here in the summer. The guys are here for 8 weeks. We're in our 5th week now, and they got camp again this week. Try to challenge them, put them into a little adversity. We got going early this morning with it, and the workout wasn't as good as it needs to be, but that's something you got to learn from. We have a lot of new guys. We have returners we're trying to develop some leadership, and you got to come with some purpose every time you do anything. It doesn't matter what time it is, doesn't matter what else you got going on. When you come in here, you got to really be locked in and be focused, and we weren't as good as we needed to be this morning.
And kind of building off of that, you mentioned a couple times during the session today, guys, I know it's July, but it's July and this time's important. Why is that kind of an important message to continue to reiterate to your guys?
Oh, it is, because, again, every time you come out, you have to have a purpose. You're not just coming out here and punching the clock. You can't do that. You have to come out here with a mindset. I've been talking to them a lot about, are you willing to come out at 7 and do your workout? Are you eager to get out there and get after your teammates and to get better? It's a willing or eager. And today, I don't know that we were even willing. We weren't as willing as we needed to be, and we certainly weren't eager. So it's just a mindset that we have to keep working on with these guys, because we have a lot of new guys. I think our depth and our talent is good, but we have to develop a mentality of really being tough and competitive.
There's always going to be that learning curve, but where do you think, specifically about the new guys that you have in that new crop, where do you think they're at right now in the process of the summer workouts?
I really like them, and for one, they're gym rats. They're in here on their own all the time, and they are anxious to improve and get better. They're really happy to be here. I like their IQ. They all know how to play basketball, but especially with the freshmen, with Tyreek and Clayton, you have to develop a work ethic and how hard you're going all the time. When you're coming out here, it's not just coming out here casually doing things. It's a game time toughness and competitive mentality, and our veterans have to be the ones that's teaching those guys. It's always kind of been the way we've done it. The new guys just follow in line with what the returners are doing. So it's a pace of how you play. It's an aggression of how you play at all times, and the new guys are learning that.
It's kind of been the theme in our conversation now, but everyone kind of wants to get into the specifics and what areas you want to improve from a basketball standpoint. Really, is the big underlining exactly what you've been hinting at is, look, we got to come attack every day with a purpose, and yes, you got to work on the basketball things and the specifics, but really it comes down to how you attack each and every day.
It really does, and again, it's an eagerness. You can't just be willing to come out and get your work in. You have to be eager to get better. We have to get better as a team. You have to be very competitive and go at your teammate. Even though it's your teammate, when you're in here, you have to fight each other. We have to compete against each other and help us improve. And it's definitely a mentality. We're a work in progress. We got a long way to go with it. And this morning was certainly a learning experience.
The schedule for the rest of July.
We got camp all week. That'll be done on Thursday, and it's the same. It's 2 hours a week on the floor with them. They're getting 4 lifts a weekend. They're playing on their own. They're doing other things on their own, getting a lot of shots on their own. They have 3 more weeks of classes, so it's right now it's just basically like the school year for them.
I know one of your bigger points to the guys at the beginning when you started your summer sessions was, look, guys, get together outside of basketball, really build that team chemistry. Of course, you can't see everything and you're not around the guys all the time, but where do you kind of feel that team chemistry is at right now in July?
I think it's good, but it's a work in progress. The guys like each other. They're with each other. They are doing stuff all the time, whether we initiate it or the veterans initiate it. They spend a lot of time with each other, getting to know each other better off the floor. They're obviously live together and doing those things. So that's something you have to continue to develop. Your chemistry and your togetherness on the floor has a lot to do with how you are off the floor. And you have to spend time with each other away from it to continue to develop it while it's on the floor. So again, it was a work in progress, but the guys are doing a good job of that.
And stepping away from your current guys, Jake, of course, has been going through NBA Summer League with the Miami Heat. Just really, what does that mean for this program when these guys can turn on NBA TV, turn on ESPN during this day and see a Sycamore on the television screen at a place where they hope they can be rather soon?
Oh, that's special. For one, I'm really happy for Jake, and followed him, been texting with him nonstop before and after about every game. had a really good game, one really good game in Orlando, and it's tough. Some of those games he's not playing as much or at all. I think he was dealing with an injury there, and then on his way to Vegas, he didn't think he was going to get to play that much. I don't think he played the first game at all, and then last night, he gets thrown in there a lot and really plays well, and he looks like he belongs. That's what I keep my message to him all the time is, Jake, you belong, and he knows it, he feels it. He's nobody more competitive than Jake, and to see what he did yesterday at that level is just exciting, and our guys love watching it, and I think people in town like watching it, and just really happy for Jake.
I'm sure people in town know because he's a local guy, but he's still been connected to you in this program, showing up, whether it's at practice or it's not like he's been away. He's been connected ever since he's left.
Yeah, Jay, he loves coming back to Terre Haute and being Jake Odum. I know that, but he's around every day, and I had an assistant spot open. I was surprised he wasn't wearing me out to get hired, but every time we did, whether we practiced or did individuals or lifted, every time we got together, Jake was here when he was in town. So that just, he wants us to do well. He wants to get to know the new guys. He's asking those guys like Amandre or any of the new guys to come in and work out with him. So he's part of the family for life, and we love it when he's around, but I also love watching him on NBA TV.